We began with the latest on the U.S. government shutdown, which is now in its 7th day. Major airports across the United States are seeing mounting delays, all linked to shortage of air traffic controllers. The Federal Aviation Administration has reported staffing issues at several key airports, including Nashville, Boston, Dallas, Chicago, and Philadelphia, along with major control centers in Atlanta, Houston, and the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The result has been temporary slowdowns in takeoffs and landings as officials struggle to maintain safety standards amid shrinking manpower. In Nashville, the situation has grown particularly severe. The city's international airport issued a notice on Tuesday warning that all flights in and out of the airport will be reduced due to a lack of controllers. The notice also cautioned travelers that these cutbacks and the resulting delays would continue until further notice. This marks the second straight day that flight operations have been hit by staffing problems directly tied to the shutdown. On Monday, passengers across the country from Newark and Denver to Phoenix and Las Vegas faced delays averaging between 40 minutes and an hour. However, nearly 92% of the more than 23,000 flights scheduled on Tuesday did manage to depart on time. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy on Monday admitted the number of air traffic controllers calling in sick has risen sharply in recent days, a reflection of both financial stress and fatigue.
In a job that's already stressful, this shutdown has put way more stress on our controllers at a time when they're already working on equipment from the 1960s, 1980s, 1990s. We ask them to do their jobs on equipment that has not been state-of-the-art.
With fewer people in the towers, the FAA has had to scale back takeoffs and landings to ensure safety. And union leaders warn the problem runs deeper than just shutdowns. Nick Daniels, president of the National Air Traffic Controllers Association, said the crisis exposes long-standing vulnerabilities from chronic understaffing to outdated equipment that frequently fails. At smaller airports, he explained, the absence of even one or two controllers can cripple operations.
It's not like we have other controllers that can suddenly come to that facility and staff them. There are not enough people there. There is no overtime, and you have to be certified in that facility.
And adding to the tension is the fact that air traffic controllers are considered essential workers, which means they're expected to work through the shutdown, but without pay. Now, many are now turning to food banks, grocery stores, and even airports themselves for help. The shutdown, which began on October 1st, was triggered by a budget impasse between Republicans and Democratic lawmakers. And so far, there's been no sign of a breakthrough. Roughly 40% of the federal workforce remain on unpaid leave, while those deemed essential continue to work without paychecks. The first scheduled missed payday comes this Friday. Making matters worse, a memo from the Office of Management and Budget has warned that furloughed workers may not be guaranteed back pay once the shutdown ends. President Trump himself told reporters that retroactive pay depends on who we're actually talking about, adding that some workers don't deserve to be taken care of.
I would say it depends on who we're talking about. I can tell you this, the Democrats have put a lot of people in great risk and jeopardy, but it really depends on who you're talking about. But for the most part, we're going to take care of our people. There are some people that really don't deserve to be taken care of, and we'll take care of them in a different way. Okay? Thank you.
So as the shutdown nears the end of its first week, its effects are no longer confined to the halls of Congress or even Washington. The impact has already spread to airports across the country. And what began as a political standoff is fast becoming a logistical crisis. The coming days will certainly test the resilience of America's aviation network and the ability of federal authorities to maintain safety and operations amid a funding impasse that shows no immediate signs of resolution.
Want the facts?
The latest developments?
News that gets straight to the point.
Well, we've got all three just for you. This is Firstpost Live, a brand new show, your window into what really matters.
Don't miss it.